Hello everyone, I'm Storm Tracker AT meteorologist Austin Haskins. We've had some really nice weather around the region the last couple of days. We have one more day in the forecast and then we're going to start to see the pattern change across our region. Now late tonight into Friday, we could have an isolated shower or thunderstorm pass through the area. It is going to be very isolated to widely scattered in nature, about 20 to 30% coverage. And those that do see rain, you're not going to see much rain, up to about 1/10 of an inch at most or less. But the main story is going to be the hot and very humid weather for this weekend into Monday. Hottest weather is still looking to be Sunday and Monday. After Monday, the forecast does differ a little bit. Right now, it's looking like we'll still stay warm, still on the muggy to humid side of things. There could be some rain chances possible towards the second half of next week and possibly even cooling down towards the end of next week as well. Again, a lot of data kind of differing after Monday, but we are going to at least start to see things improve at least a little bit in terms of the high dew points and the temperatures after Monday. So for today, we're mostly going to be quiet again, a mix of clouds and sun. Futurecast is wanting to show a couple of showers or sprinkles passing through. With the dew point still down in the 50s, I don't think we're going to see hardly anything with that. If we do, might be a sprinkle. That's about it. Even tonight's and tomorrow's rain chances, as I mentioned, not expecting much. Very isolated to widely scattered in nature. And you can kind of see here, it even gets into our region and then it kind of fizzles out by mid-morning. So again, that's why the coverage of rain is on the low side and rain totals are going to be very minimal at best. So not expecting a lot. Don't need to bring the rain gear with tomorrow. Don't need to cancel any plans, things like that. But just watch out for a couple of showers and maybe a clap of thunder very late tonight into at least the first half of the day tomorrow. And that is really our highest chance, in air quotes, for rain in the short term. Is very late tonight into Friday. It's about 20 to 30%. We do have a slight chance Monday into Monday night that could pose a risk for severe weather, which I'll talk about here in just a minute. And then again, we may even see a slight chance towards Wednesday night of next week. But the main story, of course, is going to be those rising temperatures and dew points. Likely going to see those dew points getting into the low to mid 70s by Sunday into Monday. This one is showing the dew points maybe pushing towards 80, which is almost off the charts. But either way, we're going to be steamy to tropical feeling for a couple of days. And that's because looking at the jet stream, the ridge is going to start to build. We get a southerly wind bringing in that Gulf of Mexico moisture, and the heat dome, which is what this big high pressure you see here is showing, does drift farther to the north. It's been farther south, so it hasn't been as hot and hasn't been as humid. But now with this approaching our area, that is going to lead to those increased temperatures and the increased dew points as well. So that's something that we're going to be watching very closely. Is again, that's going to push those temperatures well into the 80s to near 90, and those dew points likely into the 70s. Now, we're going to look at two different models here, and this is kind of on the low end and the high end of what we could see. And I want you to focus your attention Saturday through Tuesday. So this is showing temperatures in the mid 80s Saturday through Monday, low 80s Tuesday. Dew points Tuesday and Saturday in the 60s, low 70s Sunday, Monday, which will push the heat index values close to 90. This is the European model, and this one's kind of been running a little bit, I guess, extreme, if you will. It's showing temperatures on Saturday, mid 80s, dew points in the 60s, and then the dew points rising close to, again, 80 by Monday, with temperatures on Monday peaking in the 90s, which is showing here, pushing the heat index up to about 108. But what I think we're going to see out of this is kind of somewhere in the middle of those two models you just saw there, which would mean temperatures would be 85 to 90, dew points between 65 and 75, especially the higher dew points Sunday and Monday, which would push the heat index into the mid to upper 90s, maybe approaching triple digits in some spots. So there could be the possibility heat alerts may be needed, so something that we'll be tracking closely through the weekend. Also, as I mentioned earlier, we could have a couple strong to severe storms in the forecast on Monday. The Storm Prediction Center in their morning outlook today highlighted this area in yellow for possibly seeing some isolated to scattered strong to severe storms Monday into Monday night. And this includes the entire WQOW area west through the cities out to Sioux Falls and Watertown, South Dakota. Now, the exact details, the timing may be, fluctuating a little bit in the coming days and outlooks, but something to kind of keep in mind, especially with all the heat and all the humidity that we're going to have. Certainly the fuel needed to support not only thunderstorm development, but possibly some severe storms as well. So something that we'll be watching closely. But as you see after that, Tuesday, Wednesday, the temperatures do at least come down a little bit, and the dew points also come down a bit as well. So a lot going on in the forecast over the next week. So I encourage you to stay with the Storm Tracker 18 weather team for more updates.